The Pledge of Allegiance will be led by our top-ranking senior, Fabiola Lopez Sanchez.
Forward, march. Color guard, hope, left, face, reset, colors.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated.
Order, colors. Right, face. Forward, march.
At this time, let's give a warm welcome to our honorary guests who are present today. Laredo ISD Board President for District 1, the Honorable Mr. Juan J. Ramirez, Jr. Laredo ISD Board Secretary for District 3, the Honorable Mrs. Veronica V. Orduño. Laredo ISD Board Parliamentarian for District 5, the Honorable Mr. Goyo M. Lopez. Assistant Superintendent for Student Support Services, Mrs. Elva Margarita Martinez. Director of Fine Arts, Mr. Guillermo Pro. Director of Special Education, Mr. Raul Gomez. Laredo College Board Vice President, Mr. Jorge J.D. Delgado. Webb County Commissioner for Precinct 4, Mr. Ricardo Ricky Jaime. Webb County Attorney, Mr. Marco Montemayor. From U.S. Congressman Henry Cuellar's office, here to represent him is Ms. Melissa Peña. as well as all our guests for sharing this special occasion with us today. Thank you for being here. Before we commence, I would like to express gratitude to our entire team with special appreciation for Ms. Joanne Moreno, Mrs. Cristina Segura, and the rest of our staff who played crucial roles in making today's ceremony possible. I would also like to recognize our fabulous students from La Banda del Ánimo, our mariachis, Los Tigres del Sur, our Martin High School cheerleaders and Tigerettes, our Martin High School chefs from the Culinary Arts Department, and of course, our amazing Tiger students that will help present our Tiger Legends today. As well as our JROTC program for giving us the presentation of colors. It is my pleasure to introduce our proud principal of Martin High School, Mr. Mario Mireles, who will give us a warm Tiger welcome.
Good morning, and welcome to our historic school, to the flagship school of Laredo, Raymond and Tirsa Martin High School. That deserves a big applause. Established since 1937, it's an honor to host this event today, and I mean that from the heart. I'm a former graduate of Martin High School, graduated in 1994, and I truly believe as a student and now as an administrator, we have a culture like no other. People that have been passing through our hallways, people that have gone on and done great things in their lives, just resonates every day when that bell rings, as you heard it right now, when that bell rings and the students are changing classes. We learn from our past, and that's one of the things as a principal I've been trying to incorporate to all our students. And today we got some students here that will take some bits and pieces from the journey that some very special people have already taken. And we want to connect everything. I was asked a question, why is this event so important to me? Because I think events like today puts everything together. It puts where we've been, where we are, and where we'll be. As a community, as a Tiger community, as a culture, as a future. And I want to do a plug-in for everybody that's here. I know we go about our business, but Martin High School, I want you to know, for all our former Tigers and everybody that's here present, that we've been keeping up to try to be the best high school in everything that we do. And I am proud. And I am proud to share that the last years, academically, we've gone pound for pound with all the 7 comprehensive high schools. And I'm also very happy to share and proud of our students so they can hear the accomplishments that they have been, that we are now one of the top high schools, scoring above 90, and one of the best high schools academically here in Laredo, Texas. So a big congratulations to our students. To our inductees, thank you very much. Thank you for today, for the time you're going to take to share the story, to share your path, and I know it will impact adults in the house and also our students that are here present today. I thank you from the bottom of my heart, and with no further ado, let's get our ceremony on the way. So a big round of applause to our 2024 Tiger Legends inductees. Thank you. I'm going to stay in the front.
Thank you, Mr. Mireles. We will now begin with introducing the 2024 Tiger Legends. Our students will give a short introduction of our Tiger Legends and share some of their highlights at Martin High School. Students Sabrina Games and Roberto Trevino will introduce the JROTC Singing Cadets of 1971 through 1973.
Good morning, Tiger Legends, honored guests, and LISD family. My name is Sabrina Games.
And I am Roberto Trevino.
We are proud seniors here at Martin High School, the flagship high school of Laredo. Today, we would like to welcome and honor such prodigious individuals who have achieved astonishing things. Today, we remember those who left a mark not only here at our school, but as in our community as well.
Not many have put the effort that these individuals have. These individuals would go countless of hours sacrificing their time to practice as much as they could in order to provide the perfect performance to showcase their talents and abilities. Today they are being recognized for winning first place in several competitions and going to Washington, D.C. to compete in nationals and winning first place overall while facing significant odds. Every other drill team feared them when it came to competing against them, especially with their excellence in fancy drill. Not only did they prove to themselves that they were capable of achieving high standards, they also proved that if they can, then anyone can. You just have to be committed and dedicated towards your goals with a winning attitude and never giving up on anything and just strive for greatness. Please help me welcome Mr. Raul Rodriguez, who will speak on behalf of the JRTC Senior Cadets of 1971 to 1973.
Thank you. I'd like to thank everyone that made this possible. I had asked for them to put on a video that presented to us on October 27th at a football game here at Martin High School. It was a homecoming. This video shows a little of what the senior cadets are all about. We were all came from every aspect of our community. And we happened to have come together in high school where we were able to achieve many, many things, but it was thanks to everyone's effort. My point that I wanted to bring up to you today is that if we could, you all can also, all the students. We have where we came from all the different neighborhoods, from all the economic facets of our community, and we were still able to come together. There's a lot of things that you don't see in these pictures that are going to be shown to you, but we everyone came together. We had people that could have not normally done anything, but we came together. We had students, one particular one, Ramiro Garza, he had polio, and he was part of our group. We had other people that were legally blind, and we came together. Me in particular, I was part of the team. They called me Kong for King Kong. And, you know, I probably didn't fit in many places, but I did here. And for y'all to understand that it takes a whole community to bring things together. You have a great administration where, for LISD. So if you all come together, you can achieve the things that we did. We should have never gone to Washington, D.C. But we did it 2 years. And it was thanks to all the people that brought us together that we were able to achieve this. And you have the people that can bring all of you together and achieve the things that we did. It's not easy. Bringing national recognition to Laredo, to LISD, and to Martin High School. The second year that we went, we combined with Nixon, and the only reason that we did was we were told that we would not go that second year because of funds. And they had thought that because we were going to combine with Nixon, we weren't going to go. But we said, hey, we're poor. We're going to go anywheres. And we did, and we won. We have people from the senior cadets that are here that won individual awards. Number 1 cadet in the whole United States, a squad, a guide and bear. And it was all made possible because we all came together. We all put our small section together to come forth and represent Laredo the best we could. I want to thank everyone for having to come, for Mr. Mireles. I had a present for Mr. Mireles, Mr. Pro, and Dr. Rios. If you could accept him from us, please. Give me those certificates. In behalf of the singing cadets from Martin High School, national champs, 1972, 1974, we'd like to present this to Mr. Mireles, Mr. Pro, and if you could give this to Dr. Rios. I don't know if she's present.
Dr. Maggie Martinez.
They made it possible for us to be recognized. We almost gave up on having to been recognized, but these people made it possible for us. We wear these caps proudly. And again, I'd like to thank you all.
Mr. Rodriguez, I'm going to present a certificate on behalf of Martin High School, officially making you and the singing cadets officially Tiger Legends. Congratulations. I will also be presenting from the office of Dr. Guaya's office, a certificate of congratulations. Before we continue, I know that Mr. Rodriguez is a representative, but I would also like to acknowledge all our singing cadets in attendance. If you can please stand and be recognized. Congratulations. Big round of applause. Thank you very much. And just for everybody's, so we can get prepared, we will take a quick picture here with the certificates, but we do plan after our ceremony, we're going to take our group pictures, and families and friends will have a chance to take your individual pictures for yourself. Thank you.
Next, we have student Noah Romero, who will be introducing Mr. Antonio Tony Reyes.
Good morning, Tiger Legends, honored guests, and LISD family. My name is Noah Romero, a senior at Dr. Dennis D. Cantu Early College. I'm the lead speaker of the Superintendent Student Advisory Council and an active member of UIL Extemporaneous Speaking. Today, we welcome a select group of distinguished alumni who are recognized for their impactful services to our community. It is my honor to present the notable Antonio Reyes, a man whose services are an example of strength, perseverance, dedication, and courage. Mr. Reyes, son of the late Faustino and Andrea Reyes, was raised in Las Cantaranas barrio. He attended Farias Elementary School, LJ Kristen Middle School, and graduated from Martin High School with the class of 1972. While attending Martin High School, Mr. Reyes was a proud member of the Scene Cadets of the 1970s and the ROTC as a lieutenant colonel, where he was recognized in the who's who for his outstanding work. A highlight of his high school experience was his contribution to a student assembly that brought the band Sonny and the Sunliners to Martin High School. This assembly additionally served as a chance to earn a scholarship, creating a greater opportunity for students. He has fond memories of the teachers and staff whose generosity and kindness left a lasting impression on Mr. Reyes. Notable LISD staff who inspired Mr. Reyes are Mr. Conrado Cruz and Colonel Roberto Flores. Mr. Cruz helped Mr. Reyes close academic gaps when he was a migrant student and missed a lot of school. Then there was Colonel Flores, assistant principal and leader of the ROTC at the time, who taught Mr. Reyes how to be a leader and how to use those leaderships for greater things. Mr. Reyes is a retired police officer with decades of experience, service, and achievements. He was a sergeant of the U.S. Air Force Security Police, worked 2 years with the Laredo Airport Police, and served 27 years with the Laredo Police Department, which included 9 years in the DEA Narcotics Task Force. He also served as a public information officer and a Laredo Crime Stoppers coordinator. Mr. Reyes is a recipient of the Texas Peace Officer Purple Heart, awarded to him after being shot in the line of duty in an undercover operation. Mr. Reyes, your service to the community is undeniable and extraordinary. The courage it takes to be a public servant is no easy task, but your strength, perseverance, courage, and dedication to your work has made you a shining example of what it means to be a Tiger Legend. And now, as a Tiger Legend, Mr. Reyes would like to share some encouraging words for the current student body. Education makes for a better living, world, and community. Don't give up. And now it is my honor to introduce from the class of 1972, Tiger Legend, Mr. Antonio Reyes.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And thank you, the committee, for the Tiger Legend, for the selection. I'm very honored. And talking about being honored, back in 1980, I was in the hospital. I was shot in the line of duty. And I wake up and I see 3 people there. My mom, my dad, and Colonel Robert J. Flores from Martin High School. My principal was there. So that's the kind of people we have in our districts, in Martin High School, LISD, UISD. That's the kind of educators we have. They care. They care then and they care now. And my wife, Rosie, and my 3 daughters, they also work for the district. And my son, Ricardo, who works in the private sector. Love you guys. So with that, and my friends, the Scene Cadets, of course, many years, Los Angeles, Mr. Delgado. So thank you very much. And for the students, keep on going. Never say, no, I cannot make it. I will make it. So with that, I leave you for you to have a good day. God bless you. Y que viva Martin High School.
Can I have a certificate? You can sign with a picture.
Thank you. Thank you.
Next, we have student Fabiola Lopez Sanchez, who will be introducing Mr. James Marcus Papas.
Good morning, Tiger Legends, honored guests, and LISD family. My name is Fabiola Lopez Sanchez, and I'm a senior at Dr. Dennis D. Cantu Early College High School here at Martin High School. And today, I'll introduce someone who's left an indelible impact on Martin High School. James Marcus Papas, son of Constantino Santiago Papas and Joanne Boyer Papas, lived in El Cuatro and embarked on an impressive academic journey starting from St. Peter's Memorial School and graduating from Martin High School in 1974. His high school years were marked by athletic achievements, leadership roles in JRTC, and active involvement in numerous clubs and activities. In the academic world, Mr. Papas was a high achiever, earning accolades for his scholastic excellence and numerous victories in UIL competitions, as well as the U.S. Naval ROTC Scholarship. His post-high school education included degrees in chemistry and chemical engineering from the University of Texas at Austin, followed by an MBA from the University of Texas at Tyler. His commitment to learning extended beyond traditional academia with participation in industry schools and short courses. His professional journey commenced at the family-owned Papas Hotel and Liquor Store, providing him with a foundation in business and instilling values of entrepreneurship and hard work. Summers spent on a U.S. Naval LST ship and tutoring fellow college students showcased his dedication and leadership abilities. His immersion in the oil and gas industry contributed to his extensive knowledge and appreciation for hardworking individuals. Mr. Papas progressed through roles in technology management, field development, and ultimately became the president of the Research Partnership to Secure Energy for America. Mr. Papas attributes his success to God and his wife, Martha, as a significant pillar of support. He states that meeting his wife was one of the fondest memories he has of his years at Martin High School. Growing up in Laredo's multicultural environment shaped his communication skills and fluency in English and Spanish, fostering an understanding and professional interactions. Formative years at St. Peter's School and Martin High School molded his academic excellence, leadership, and volunteering spirit, influencing a remarkable career in oil and gas. Martin High School was a pillar for success that is showcased by Mr. Papas's many achievements, such as being named the 56th Engineer of the Year by the Houston chapter of Texas Society of Professional Engineers, the Distinguished Engineer in Texas by the Texas Engineer Foundation, the 34th TSPE Outstanding Engineer of the Year by Society of Petroleum Engineers. SPE International also awarded him with the SPE Regional Service Award, the SPE Distinguished Member, and the SPE Distinguished Service Award. He also managed to advance to the position of Eagle Scout after his time at Martin High School. Some words of advice Mr. Papas would like to share with the student body is enjoy life, cherish and support your friends and family, plan now for your future, but have a backup plan, forgive others, persevere, especially when times get tough, ask for advice or help when needed, get involved, treat others as you would like them to treat you, believe in yourself, and never lose faith in God Almighty. I introduce to you from the class of 1974, Tiger legend, Mr. James Marcos Papas.
Thank you, Fabiola. You took the words out of my mouth. Well, let me thank the committee, first of all, and congratulate all of the recipients this year. My discussion today is not necessarily about me. Mr. Mireles, you have my permission to share all that information that we provided to you to the students. And I encourage you students to take it in and pass it along to your friends so you can talk about the learnings that you've had from all of these discussions, because it will help you in your future and in your careers, and it'll help someone benefit. So let's talk about what I think the students need to do. This is what helped me, and she covered some of these things, but I'm going to review them for you very quickly. So first of all, make sure you share your knowledge with everyone that you can. You have classmates and schoolmates that you've grown up with, and if you can keep them as your friends for the rest of your life, like I have many of you that are sitting here, well, you can help each other out. And you can also extract from them information or advice that you may need at some point in your life, whether it be career, life issues, the ups and downs, and so forth. She mentioned have a plan. Exactly. Everybody should have a plan. And everybody should be willing to persevere, because you're going to have bumps in the road. So persevere as long as it makes sense. However, keep this in mind. One of the definitions of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, but getting the same negative result. So have a plan B, and have a plan B all the time, maybe even a plan C. So that would be the second thing that I would suggest to you. The third one, again, God Almighty. God put us on this earth to serve and to help mankind to improve and to assist each other as necessary. So, as you go about life and you go from one level to the other on that ladder to success, fall down once in a while, but most of the time go up. I know you will. Make sure that you pass that along and help everybody else out. And don't forget why you're put on this earth. Number 4, if you keep these friends and these mentors that you have, including the staff and teachers that you've had over the years, while you go through life, you can basically stay with them. Just like was just told, you know, Colonel Flores came back to visit you when you needed him at some point. So these people are very important to you. They may not seem as important at this time, but they will in the future, I guarantee it. So number 4 was to do that. Number 5 is don't ever forget that once a tiger, always a tiger. Now, we had this big bulky coach, Coach John Silva, when we were in school, and he was very loud, and he would yell out, "Once a tiger, always a tiger," and then he'd have everybody say it. Okay, so I'd like to do this on his behalf. I want to make sure that they hear it at the rest of the school, so that the students come back to you all and say, "What was that all about?" And then you can tell them. It opens up the door for you to talk to them. That's just a little trick I learned. Okay? So, here we go. You ready? Once a tiger, always a tiger. Con ánimo. Once a tiger, always a tiger. Thank you.
Mr. Papas, now I present to you the certificates making you officially a Tiger Legend.
Next, we have student Athena Garcia, who will be introducing Miss Melissa Laura Mojica.
Good morning, inductees, honored guests, and LISD family. My name is Athena Garcia, and I am a proud senior at the flagship high school of Laredo, Raymond and Tirsa Martin High School, and a student at Dr. Dennis D. Cantu Early College. I am very grateful today to be able to stand here and represent a strong, bold woman who embodies perseverance, commitment, and passion for the work she has accomplished in the 40 years of service she provided. Coming from a small neighborhood known as Escuelita and surpassing many challenges throughout her career shaped the image she is today. I am pleased to introduce to you the Honorable and Noble Tiger Legend inductee, Ms. Melissa Laura Mojica. Melissa Laura Mojica is a retired Chief Juvenile Probation Officer who served the Webb County for 40 years. Ms. Mojica came from a family of 3 siblings, her mother, and grandparents, all living in the same household. She began learning at an early age, where she placed into school in the 2nd grade, and eventually skipped to 5th grade due to her advanced academic success. Ms. Mojica, or Tweety, as her friends called her back in high school, played the flute for the mighty Tiger Marching Band, or as we all know today, La Banda del Ánimo. She graduated from Martin High School in 1976 at 16 years old. After graduating high school, Ms. Mojica left to Denton, Texas, where she attended Texas Women's University, where she obtained a Bachelor of Science degree in Government Sociology in 1979. Throughout her years at college, she worked part-time during the summers as a teacher aide for LISD and completed an internship where she eventually started working as a juvenile intake officer in Denton County Juvenile Detention Center, where she realized her passion for juvenile justice. Shortly after graduating from college in 1979, she was employed by Webb County as a juvenile detention officer until 1981, where she was promoted to a juvenile probation officer and have held that position for 7 years. During the 7-year period, Ms. Mojica helped many families and troubled adolescents through counseling in the juvenile justice system. Ms. Mojica was later given another promotion in 1988, where she worked in various supervisory positions, such as case management supervisor and detention superintendent. In October of 1994, Ms. Melissa Laura Mojica was announced Chief Juvenile Probation Officer by the Webb County Juvenile Board, making her the first woman from South Texas to be awarded this honorary title, to which she served for 25 years. While earning her master's in sociology at TAMU and being a part-time teacher at the university, teaching various criminal justice courses, Ms. Mojica in 1996 swore her oath under former Governor George Bush to serve on the Texas Commission of Offenders with Mental Impairments. Ms. Mojica's hard work and dedication to helping the betterment of troubled children and helping the community in general will always be cherished. She served for 40 years, helping anyone and everyone she could. Her selflessness to be able to work and help make a difference to Webb County marked how one person can make a difference if you have ganas. As John F. Kennedy once said, every accomplishment starts with a decision to try. Ms. Mojica's accomplishments were based off her ongoing mindset of never giving up, even if the road ahead of you is not a straight line. It is with great pleasure of mine to present a woman whose inspiration came from her mother and inspired her to become the woman she is today. She has shown the effort and willingness to overcome failure, yet never gives up on a person nor an entire community. So without further ado, I give you yours truly, Tiger legend from the class of 1976, Ms. Melissa Laura Mojica.
Wow, that sounded better than I think I can sum up in 2 minutes. But so I thank Athena for that. I'd like to also thank the committee for their selection, and of course including me as part of the 2024 Tiger Legends, and I congratulate my peers here today. When I was talking to Athena, I realized, and I guess maybe she did, and so I guess my comments are towards that. I grew up and I worked at a time when women were not supposed to be in the field that I chose. And not much was expected of women. So my accomplishments are very dear to me, and I believe we women of that time, we help you today. And ladies, young ladies, the doors are wide open. There's nothing that should stop you. That future is out there. And as many have said, don't stop trying. But you know, I speak in a different language. See, failure to me is a challenge to do better the next day. Failures become yesterday. Options, opportunities are tomorrow. And you look to tomorrow to do better, always do better. I had the opportunity to have family support. I had a little bit of, well, I didn't have it. I gained a lot of life experiences. I had the opportunity to learn that some of those life experiences became criminal offenses, such as sexual harassment, such as wage and hour laws, things we didn't even know, but have now become things in place for employees. And so I've learned a lot, and I think it's made the workplace a much better place for everybody. And so that's why I say there are opportunities out there for everyone, and especially ladies. And I'm glad to see that there's so many women, administrators, the teachers, all of y'all. And you shouldn't stop there. You should still strive for more. And as I said, I had a family, I have family support. I still have it today, even though I'm retired. but I have and I call him my partner. I don't call him my husband. I don't call him my honey. I have my life partner because it is a partnership. Armando, and I never mention him, but he's here with me today. He's here with me. He's always with me. But my family, I have my uncles here today. My mom has already passed on, but and my siblings are in other areas of the state, but I know they're with me. And when I heard about La Banda El Ánimo, well, I'm a first timer because that title was formed in 1973, and I was in the band. I was a sophomore. When we were a marching band, and we turned into a show band. And so for the band out there, it's nothing new, but you all sound fantastic, and you bring back a lot of memories, good memories. Another of my friends here, Diana, we were listening to y'all, and she said, it kind of makes us want to start marching again. I go, I can barely walk. I don't think I can I can start marching, but it felt good, and so the memories are good. Anyway, I could ramble on forever. I know it's not for that, but I want to thank everybody, and I thank my God for allowing me to have this. And Mr. Mireles, I don't want to embarrass you or anything, but I will. No. He is an inspiration. He's a firecracker. He was an employee of mine. I don't know if any of you know that. But I'm so happy to see he leads this school. I can feel the energy because he has that sort of energy. And if he can just give that one spark to the teachers and staff, and if you could do that to the kids, you can just imagine what sort of product will hit that world. Life is great, but life is going to kick you in the teeth. And that's why I say failure is a challenge. It's yesterday. Look forward to tomorrow, and you'll do well, I promise you. Thank you.
Ms. Mojica, now I present to you our certificate making you officially a Tiger Legend.
Next, we have student Ernesto Lozano, who will be introducing Mr. Gerardo Javier Pinzon.
Good morning, distinguished guests, LISD family, and honorary Tiger Legend inductees. My name is Ernesto Lozano, and I am a senior at the Dennis D. Cantu Early College here at Morton High School, the flagship of Laredo, and the second vice president for the mighty class of 2024. Today, we take the time to honor those that came before us and have left their mark in Laredo and Martin history alike. I was given the privilege to speak upon the honorary Gerardo J. Pinzon, now Tiger Legend. He, like many of us, came from an underprivileged background, but has now shown the endless possibilities of success that we should be aiming for. Mr. Pinzon is a proud graduating junior of the class of 1982 and ranked 18th in his class. He is the son of Jose and Imelda Pinzon and grew up in the barrios El Trece and El Chacon. He started his education in Nuevo Laredo, but then moved to Laredo, where he attended Leon Dikes Elementary and later attended Lamar Middle School and Raymond and Tierza Martin High School. At Martin, he proudly participated in extracurricular activities such as football, baseball, PASF, National Honor Society, and Spanish poetry. He was also the president of the drafting club. Additionally, he became part of the Upward Bound program at the end of his sophomore year when he realized the importance of his education. He later ran for state student director on behalf of Mr. Lanes's request and won by popular vote. Excuse me. He credits Dr. Norma Cantu, Mr. Nicola Lanese, Ms. Aurora Juarez, and Ms. Rosa Maria de Llano as the people that guided him towards his life's goals and plans for his future. His fond memories while at Tigerland include traveling out of town for football and baseball games, not getting announced as the winner of student director in Texas, and later got announced at the dinner party by demand of Mr. Lanese, And finally, being voted most likely to succeed despite being unknown by most of his senior class. After graduating from Martin High School, Mr. Pinzon received a Bachelor's of Science in Mechanical Engineering at the University of Texas in Austin, a Master's of Business Administration from TAMU, a Master's of Environmental Engineering, and a PhD, all but dissertation in Environmental Engineering from Texas A&M Kingsville. He also completed an MIT System Dynamics class at Laredo College. After completing his education, he became a certified building official and a professional engineer in the state of Texas. Mr. Pinzon has also written several publications on different branches in engineering and helped in creating engineering textbooks used by TAMU and LC, as well as becoming an instructor at the engineering program at TAMU. He credits his success as a professional to the Cursillos de Cristianidad, the Upward Bound program, and being part of a bilingual family. His message to the Martin student body is, never give up on your dreams. If I graduated from the University of Texas School of Engineering without ever studying in high school, then so can you. I decided to do something about my future at the end of my sophomore year, so it's never too late. Finally, take college one class at a time, one homework at a time, one exam at a time, one semester at a time, 1 year at a time. And by the time you know it, you will graduate and enjoy root sacrifices, making money with the little sacrifice and effort placed while in school. Now, please join me in welcoming, from the class of 1982, Tiger legend, Mr. Gerardo Javier Pinzon.
Wow, what an honor. I did write it down because, I didn't want to mess up. I'm not usually, we don't really do these things to get recognized. But thank you for Martin High, for the committee to select me. But first of all, I want to thank my Lord and Savior for allowing me to be here. All glory to him, for he strengthens me. I didn't want to cry. It's the fan, probably. And also, I want to thank my wife for everything that she does for us, for me and for my son. And, I wish I could speak to the other students that are not here, because that was me. I was there not involved. I wasn't doing anything. But then in my sophomore year, I went to Upper Bound, which was a summer program. And at that time, Dr. Norma Cantu, who happens to be Mrs. Cantu, Mr. Redondo's sister, older sister. And she challenged me, or us there as students, and said, what are you going to do with your life? What are you going to do next year? What are you going to do in 5 years? What are you going to do in 10 years? What is it you want to do in life? And I had no answers. I didn't know what I wanted to do. But she challenged me to sit down and write down those things that I wanted to do. So she asked, what is it that you like to do? What is it you're good at? And the only thing I could think of was, I was good at math. That was just something, just like the movie, right? They said, we're all Mexicans, we're good at math. And so I like to draw. I wasn't good at it, okay? So at that point, I said, you know what, let me just try engineering. Why not? And so I joined the drafting club, which I even became the president of it. And then I started, I can't go to school because my GPA is not good enough. So then I found out that, guess what? When you're in college, everyone starts with a 4.0 GPA. And I said, hey, what can I do to get to college now? Because my GPA now is not good enough. So I said, I want to go. And so I found out that I could graduate as a junior. And, and then I was told, Jerry, wait, I want to go talk to a counselor. I'm not going to say the names. She said, wait, Jerry, because these guys are going to college. I'll get back with you next. So, and then I turned around and said, it didn't matter. I ended up graduating class number 18 from high school as a junior. I got awarded a scholarship to go to Pan Am and to get started. So that was my goal at that time, to graduate. Unfortunately, and this is the other one, is we forget to set new goals. I reached my goal. I was happy. I'm already in school, doing what I wanted to do. But then I forgot to go to the next level. And so I failed my first year.
And so at that point, I realized, hey, my goal was to be an engineer, so I'm going to go back to Laredo and come back and start over again. And again, I started studying. I became a tutor in math to strengthen what I knew. And so at that point, they said, you know what? I want to go to the best engineering school there is, and that's the University of Texas. Hook 'em horns, with several of us here. And I was able to graduate with above 3.0 GPA from University of Texas, got a job, and continue setting new goals. And so, you know, I think one of the messages that I want to say here is I wasn't smart, I wasn't intelligent, I wasn't studious, but I became it because of my goals. And so I tell everyone is set your goals and don't let anybody tell you you can't reach them, okay? And you'll be there. Thank you.
You can join me here in the front. The certificates? Yes. Mr. Pinzon, now I present to you a certificate making you an officially a Tiger Legend.
Next, we have student Diego Ortiz, who will be introducing Mr. Jerry Martinez.
Good morning, honored guests. My name is Diego Ortiz, and I'm a proud senior at the Dr. Dennis D. Cantu Early College High School. I am part of the varsity cross country and track team, as well as a proud officer of the mighty class of 2024. Today, I am honored to represent a hardworking and dedicated individual whose dedication and drive allowed him to achieve his desires and ambitions. Mr. Gerardo Martinez graduated from the mighty class of 1986 and left an indelible mark on the flagship high school of Laredo. Growing up in our sister city with his siblings to parents, Elva and Agustin Martinez, he then had to transition to one of our most commonly known barrios, Los Amores. This is where we find the beginning of his story. Mr. Martinez studied across for his early years and came to Tigerland in 1984, his sophomore year. As many know, being an ESL student is one of the hardest adversities to overcome. Mr. Martinez's motto is, "Con Dios en tu corazón, todo es posible." This attitude and work ethic is the driving force behind each and every one of his achievements. He wanted to be able to graduate with his senior class, so he kept God in his heart and studied hard, attending summer English classes in order to accomplish this goal. While attending Tigerland, he joined many clubs and teams where he experienced the Tiger tradition. He was part of the football team and was named captain, ran track and field and won the Most Outstanding Award. He was part of the choir, ballet folklorico, and Spanish poetry. Mr. Martinez was influenced and inspired by his teachers, making him want to pursue an education in kinesiology and someday become one of them. After graduating, he attended the University of Texas at Austin, where he obtained a bachelor's of science in kinesiology and played soccer. He later attended Pam Am University in Edinburgh, Texas, where he obtained an educator's certification. After all his hard work, he was able to finally do his dream job by becoming a teacher and a coach. His greatest accomplishments in this profession consist of being named Teacher of the Year in 1993 at Christian Middle School, winning 5 district championships and receiving Coach of the Year as Martin High School head soccer coach from the year 2000 to 2005. He obtained many other titles and awards that not many high school coaches were able to achieve. Today, Mr. Martinez is married to Ms. Lucy Lucio Martinez and has 2 sons, Giovanni and Gael Martinez. He works at San Agustin High School, where he established a 6-man football program and made its first playoff appearance in school history in 2022. At San Agustin, he was also nominated for the Golden Apple Award in 2023. He has broadened his interests, and he has recently become a realtor. To this day, Mr. Martinez loves to help people reach their dreams and adores his coaching job. As he once stated, do not allow anyone to make you feel inferior. Believe in yourselves and go for your dreams. It is of my greatest honor to introduce a man with such dedication and work ethic, which has inspired me to follow in his footsteps. Please help me give a warm welcome to Mr. Gerardo Jerry Martinez, class of 1986 Tiger Legend.
Buenos tardes, what is it? Oh, good morning, good morning. Thank you, Mr. Mireles, the committee. When I received the letter for the nomination, I said, man, they must need an international flavor or something. They're asking Coach Martinez to be an inductee. Tough, it's very tough for me to even speak right now. So emotional. I've always been an emotional guy. I'm gonna start by thanking God. I came here as a sophomore from Nuevo Laredo. I remember walking into Colonel's, and I'm wearing this coat on his memory, Colonel Flores. Thank you, Mario. He said, guys, I'm gonna take you in, me and my brother Raul. I'm gonna take you in, but make sure you don't get into any fights. So we promised him that, okay? I'm a product of a true saying that the one that says, it takes a village. You know, I had great teachers. One of them is here tonight, today, Mr. Lemese. I remember our math teachers, Ms. Villarreal, Jorfilia, Chapa, Mr. Cuellar, Mr. Anita Tijerina. You know you're old when you coach the principal. When you coach one of the commissioners, Ricky Jaime, when you coach one of the nominees, Julio, when you went to UT with Jerry, and all the other guys from UT, I love it, love it. Quick story of mine, I was number 55. I was embarrassed to say it because all these guys are top 10, but 55 meant there was exactly cutting point of 10% to be accepted because we were at the time 550. So I was right there. I was at the 10%, 0.000. So lo and behold, I got accepted. The only reason I applied there because my brother was there. I had no idea. Coming from Mexico, you have no idea what UT is or UTSA or Kingsville or anything like that, right? So they had a tryout for soccer. And I tried out because I always played soccer all my life. So I made the team. I was a starter. And that's when I started getting confidence. I said, man, I'm a top 11 out of 555, out of 55,000 students. I'm a top 11 player here in the University of Texas. Many people here know. And Goyo Lopez, our board member, was also my classmate. He was my quarterback, as a matter of fact. And one of the reasons I became a coach, because when I played here, we went 1-19. We won one game out of 20 in 2 years. I said, there's gotta be a better way, right? We always say that. There's gotta be a better way. So I always had in my mind to come back to Laredo and help, especially Martin kids, out. Lo and behold, we were, 5 district championships of soccer, 3 of track. We weren't able to do it in football, but we tried. And then I left to Alexander, made history there with Coach Lopez's staff, went to South, made history again with Coach Cos. And then Coach Romo from St. Aug called me after I retired from public schools. He goes, you want to start the program here at St. Aug? I said, yeah, why not? Let's try it. So that's where we're at right now. I want to thank my mom for always all your sacrifices paid off. Look at all you kids are here. Thank you, Lucy. Thank you, Gael. My son Giovanni is at home. He fell sick this morning. But if I failed to mention anybody else that is here present today, you all had an impact on my life. I just want to say that I'm the luckiest guy in the world. I truly am. This is an honor to be part of these beautiful nominees. And thank you to the committee again. Thank you to all my co-workers, all the teachers. I was here 15 years, so it's all Carl, Frank, and the Segura. If I failed to mention anybody else, I'm sorry, but I love you all. And once a tiger, always a tiger, baby. Hook 'em horns.
In old true fashion, I'm not going to call you just Mr. Martinez. Coach Martinez, now I present to you the official transcript making you a Tiger legend.
Next, we have student Amanda Hassel, who will be introducing Mr. Raul Gomez Jr.
Good morning, Tiger Legends, honored guests, and LISD family. My name is Amanda Hassel, and I am a senior attending Dr. Dennis D. Cantu Early College here at Martin High School. I am also the proud colonel of the Tigerettes dance team. Today, we welcome you back to Tigerland and reward you for all your accomplishments. It is a great pleasure to be surrounded by such intelligent individuals. This morning, I am here to recognize an amazing man who has inspired many and has shown unconditional support for his community and this district selflessly. Mr. Raul Gomez Jr. is a proud graduate of the Martin High School class of 1988. He is the son of Raul Gomez and Maria Concepcion Perez Gomez. Growing up, he lived just 3 blocks away from here on Juarez Avenue in a barrio nicknamed El Cuatro. In his early childhood, he lived in Nuevo Laredo and eventually moved to Laredo and continued his education at McDonald Elementary School. He then attended L.J. Christian Middle School, and during his time there, he met Ms. Ganda Harry, his 8th grade reading teacher, who told Mr. Gomez he was the best student she had. Those words truly inspired him to learn more and believe in himself. During his high school career here at Martin High, he was a proud member of the Italian Club, National Honor Society, and the great Banda del Animo, where he made many fond memories and long-lasting friendships. Working many different jobs throughout high school made him very independent and taught him the importance of customer service. His accomplishments during high school include being inducted to National Honor Society, earning straight A's his junior year, and receiving a $1,000 scholarship from IBC to help in his future endeavors. After graduation, Mr. Gomez went to San Antonio and studied at St. Mary's University, where he obtained a bachelor's degree in marketing. He was also part of the first Laredo ISD's Bachelor to Master's cohort and attended Texas A&M International University. Now, Mr. Gomez is a special education director at Laredo ISD, where he has held that position for the past 12 years. He attributes the success of his department to team collaboration and is a firm believer that working together creates a great work environment. His message to the student body is, study whatever you want to be, take risks, dream high, and aim higher. Please help me give a warm welcome back to his alma mater, your new Tiger legend, Mr. Raul Gomez Jr.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you so much for being here this morning. Thank you, Mr. Mireles, and members of the Tiger Legend Committee for selecting me as a Tiger Legend. I'm so proud and I'm so humble to get this honor. Congratulations to all the Tiger Legends. I know that you all deserve it. Congratulations. Great job, each and every one of you. At this time, I would like to thank my family for always being there for me. My mom, my sister, my brothers, always been there for me. Muchas gracias, familia, por siempre estar conmigo, apoyándome. Sin ustedes, no estuviera aquí. Muchas gracias. I also want to thank my work family, my special education department. Thank you so much for your support all the time. It is so nice to be back here at Martin High School. Every time I come over here to Martin High School, great memories. I remember my friends, my teachers, the classrooms. I can't even tell you where I used to sit, okay? This building is amazing and has so many memories. I was so happy to see Mr. Lanese. Thank you so much, Mr. Lanese. I still remember lunedì, martedì, mercoledì, giovedì. I know my days. Italian. Let's go Italian. Great memories here at Martin High School. Martin High School is such a special campus. It's a great institution. And I'm so happy and so proud to have been part of this and to continue being part of this. Thank you so much. Now, a message to the students, like I said, dream high, extremely, extremely high. The sky has no limit, guys. You can do whatever you want in your life. All you have to do, like somebody mentioned before, Mr. Papa, have goals. Have goals in your mind. What is it that you want to do? And just go up there and get it. You can do it. You can do whatever you can. I know you can. In a few years, I know that some of you students will be standing here as Tiger Legends. I wish you the best of luck. You will be standing here, I know that. And you know why I know that? Because you're a tiger. You're a tiger out there. We're all tigers. I'm a tiger. You can see it right here. And so, help me. Once a tiger, always a tiger. Go Tigers! Yeah!
Mr. Gomez, I now present to you a certificate making you officially a Tiger Legend.
Next, we have student Gregorio Carrillo, who will be introducing Mr. Juan J. Ramirez, Jr.
Good morning, legends and gentlemen. My name is Gregory Carrillo, and I am a senior representative from Martins Cantu Early College High School. I am president of the National Honor Society and part of the HOSA 2023 state team. Mr. Juan Ramirez Jr., my uncle, had approached me about giving him a speech to introduce him at Tiger Legends weeks ago. Unbeknownst to him, I had already learned of his nomination and my speech was already outlined days before. I was asked to keep the speech short and sweet, but to those who know me, know just how tall that order is for me to fulfill. For everyone else, I'd like you to keep your hands and feet inside the ride at all times. My uncle Juan Ramirez is part of a Martin family legacy 3 generations long. Some might even be correct to compare this to a dynasty. After the induction of my grandfather and Tia Margie in 2023, my uncle now brings the 3rd Tiger Legend title into the family. I'd go as far as to say that we bleed so much red that my 4 siblings and 5 cousins don't even know what the inside of another high school looks like. He hails from a family of 6, with him being the oldest. He was often pushed to go the extra mile by my grandfather, Jose Juan Ramirez Sr., who would enroll all 4 of his children in summer courses at Laredo Community College, earning extra credits and jump-starting their college careers. Growing up in Las Cruces in the 80s meant lots of baseball, football, and other activities he could think of, playing in the empty lots on Cedar. He would choose teams of friends to go against the other neighborhood kids, which in turn built leadership skills. And working with my grandfather would teach him versatility. Whether it was masonry, landscaping, gardening, mechanics, or photography, Grandpa had my tío put through the ringer. Throughout my grandfather's political affiliations, he was granted the opportunity to make incredibly meaningful connections. At my grandparents' house, you can spend all day just sorting through photo albums of him meeting other notable figures, including, but not limited to, both Clintons, Bill and Hillary, former governor of Texas Ann Richards, notable politician Henry Cisneros, singer Tito Puente, actress Jennifer Lopez, and even Selena. Yes, Selena. I know, I was shocked too. He even assured me beforehand that they were literally friends. I had to fact check that one with my mom. Apparently there's even a story of them getting on the tour bus and getting yelled at by Selena's dad for taking pictures. And yeah, so many know him for his photography, which are skills that he honed dating back to his involvement in the yearbook club under Ms. Martinez. During this time, all photographs were manual photographs. Cameras were equipped with 35mm film canisters, and Martin even had their very own dark developing room. He would literally clip the photos on clothespins to let them dry. Like, what? Like in those old detective movies? The best part of my research is that my uncle and I can bond over shared experiences here at the school. For example, we both ate at the fabulous Tiger's Den 30 years apart. Experiencing that tiger pride like this can only be found at Tigerland. Upon his early graduation in 1992, instead of 93, which you can thank my grandfather for, the decision to go to college was simple. In high school, he heard through word of mouth of the University St. Mary's, a school which was said to be the Harvard of the South. He earned his bachelor's in political science in May 1996 and came back to Laredo. With my grandfather's background as LISD's photographer, it eventually came time for my tío to take on the mantle. I myself was asked by him to work with him on one of these jobs. I spent all day in the Sames Auto Arena, and I had to eat the popcorn from the concessions, which was pretty fun. At this point in time, it was a pretty safe bet to see Tío Johnny at every football game, every marching band show, every induction ceremony, and every PTA meeting. If your kid had an underwater basket weaving competition, he would surely be there. Prior to his election as board member and subsequently board president, my tío was someone you'd always see on campus and keeping tabs on my cousins and their school activities. I distinctly recall the worried look on my cousins' faces at the band parent meetings every time he would go up to speak. I'm sure if you've ever borne witness to his speeches, you would understand why. But it didn't stop there. His background in the city courts and with juvenile detention gave him a perspective not seen by many. This perspective drove my tío to make changes in the system. He began his campaign for LIZ board member in 2021, taking the whole family for a ride. I still have my campaigning uniform at home. It's a red and white shirt with big bold letters that says Elect Juan Ramirez on it. He is now coming up on 3 years on the board and is now named president as of recently. I am honored to be your nephew, Tío Johnny. And without further ado,
Dad, the floor is all yours.
Well, thank you, Greg. Thank you so much for that kind introduction. And Mija, thank you so much for opening the floor. As all my colleagues here sitting tonight, this morning, it's given me great honor and privilege to be among you. I don't feel as a legend, to be honest with you. Since I was young, I was always raised to give back to your community, to help your neighbor, and don't ask anything in return. So when they gave me advised me about the nomination, and as I was reading it, they told me, oh, limit your speech to 2 minutes. I was, okay, we're gonna have a problem there, automatically. But it's given me great honor, great privilege to be here this morning. And foremost, I would like to thank Mr. Mireles and the Martin High School Tiger Legend Committee for their nomination and for considering me to be part of this amazing group of professionals and amazing true legends. Thank you so much. And also right now, I would like to recognize all the Tiger Legends that are currently here in this amazing event. I see some of you, my colleague, Mr. Goyo Lopez, Ms. Maggie Martinez, and Ms. Diana Rodriguez, and many more. Congratulations and thank you for everything you've done. And to everybody here, To everybody here as friends and of our honorees, thank you for always providing that support, that structure, and the encouragement, the motivation, because we all fail at one point in time. But the important thing was that we got up and continued going forward. As my colleagues have mentioned, we all have gone through hurdles in our lives. But we always go back and give that thanks to our amazing teachers that we have had here at Morton High School. I remember Ms. Burr, my speech teacher at Kristen. I would try all my time to get away from doing presentations. I was always the last one. But I thank to her that now I can be here for hours talking. To my teachers here, at Martin, Ms. Villarreal for my honors history course, Mr. Staples, my biology teacher, Mr. Salinas, my economics teacher. I thank them for their teachings they gave me to continue moving forward in life and always have that goal, and nothing in the world is impossible. To the students of Morton High School, I would like to leave you with this. The world out there is pretty tough. I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you. But nothing in the world is impossible. Set your goal. Set that finish line for you. The only person that makes it impossible, it's you. You are the one that can make it impossible, but nobody else can. Mientras que tenga las ganas y la energía para cumplir tu meta, nada en el mundo es imposible. And that's something that I learned from my father. I can say he was the best teacher I ever had, because he sacrificed himself for many, put all his siblings to college. He would run from here to his house in front of Casa Lopez during lunch and work unloading a truck of limes and lemons. But that demonstrated to me that how important family is. And just like Mr. Mireles mentions it day in and day out, here at Morton High School, somos familia. And la familia de Morton High School supports each other even after graduation. And all of you here are testament of that. That when somebody is in need, we're there to help. No questions asked. So students, keep going. Don't stop reaching your dreams. Believe me, because once you reach your goal, you're going to feel so much at ease. Think about going up the second floor of the A building. Can you get up there from the floor to the second floor immediately? No. You got to go step by step by step, and eventually you will get to the top. So I want to leave you with that. Take one step at a time. And remember, we're going to fail at one point in time. I have failed, but I learned from my failures to what not to do again and make it better. Before I finish, I especially would like to thank, like I said, my parents for your support, my siblings for giving us that dedication. When I was here, like I said, I graduated as a junior, took summer school as soon as I got out of Kristen. I did not have lunch, guys. I took a class instead of lunch because I had set my goal to finish early. I had one great reunions, part of class of 93, part of class of 92. But at the end of the day, we are Morton High. And finally, to my family, to my children, Karina, RJ, Jackie, Jocelyn, and Johnny, thank you for all your support. Thank you for always being there. Thank you for understanding and always for being there in the unconditional support. And finally, to my lovely wife, Candy, thank you so much for the encouragement you do. You give me every day, for being the support, because without you, I will not be here. And to the students and everybody in this community, Morton High School, I was checking about legends, like to talk about something. But it is all of you that make all of us a legend. It's because we see what you all need, what you all do, and what we do. And before I end, I know I said it like 3 times. 2015, I stood here when my dad was inducted as a Tiger Legend. Never did I think that I was going to be put on that wall. I didn't even cross my mind. But that is to show to everyone that nothing in the world is impossible. Set your mind, set your goal, and you will accomplish your dream. To all, may God bless you all. I love you all. Take care to my Tiger family. And finally, like all my colleagues here have said, onta la banda. Banda, help me out here, banda. Cheerleaders and Tigers and everybody. Once a Tiger, always a Tiger. Go Tigers!
Mr. Ramirez, I now present to you an official certificate making you a Tiger Legend.
Next, we have student Zoe Gonzalez, who will be introducing Ms. Erica Gutierrez Martinez.
Good morning, Tiger Legends, honored guests, and LISD faculty and family. My name is Zoe Gonzalez, and I am a proud senior here at Martin High School, the flagship high school of Laredo. And I am also the proud captain of the Martin High School cheerleading team. I am honored to be surrounded by many inspirational people who have left their mark here at Tigerland. We are here to recognize these individuals and reminisce about the past that defined their lives today. Today I honor a woman who has walked through the same footsteps that we are walking through today. Mrs. Erica Gutierrez Martinez grew up in the neighborhoods of El Cuatro and La Azteca. She is a dedicated and accomplished woman who is extremely humble, respected, and has strived tirelessly in order to accomplish her goals. Mrs. Gutierrez Martinez lives just 8 minutes away from Martin High School and attended J.Z. Leindecker, Dovalina, J.C. Martin, and R&T Martin High School. During her high school years, she was a part of National Honor Society, UIL, and the Vidal M. Trevino dance program. In addition, she was also part of the Spanish Club, Folklorico, and Pan American Student Forum. She met 2 inspiring people, Ms. Rebecca Reyes and Mr. Perez, who have profoundly influenced her journey to be who she is today. She also had many memorable moments in high school, including pep rallies, football games, and various clubs organizations she was involved in. At 16, she began working at Freeze Frame, a locally owned photography studio, also while still assisting her father's business contacts with clerical tasks during summers. After graduation, she attended the University of Texas at Austin, Texas A&M International University, and Our Lady of the Lake University. She earned her Bachelor of Business Administration at UT, Master of Business Administration at TAMU, and is currently working on her PhD in Leadership Studies at Our Lady of the Lake University. All while that was taking place, she felt the need to give back, in which she returned back to Laredo to pursue over 13 years in public service and public health. Her amazing dedication to the community is evident in her role overseeing key divisions of the city's health department. Mrs. Gutierrez Martinez performs responsible and complex management work with a strong focus on human resources, workforce development, fiscal management, and operations. She ensures that all performance measures, procedures, guidelines, and objectives align with the City of Laredo Health Department's mission. In 2023, she was recognized nationally by the De Beaumont Foundation's 40 Under 40 in Public Health. The foundation recognizes leaders who are changing the face of public health. She was also part of the business consultant package distribution here at Dulceria Laredo. Mrs. Gutierrez Martinez would like to share some words of wisdom to the student body. As you navigate through high school, remember this is the time where you dare to dream big dreams. And it is also a time to keep an open mind about the lessons the world will offer once you step beyond these halls. While the allure of success and accolades is undeniable, finding satisfaction in giving back and working towards something greater than ourselves can be just as rewarding. While high school sets a stage for achievement and tackling challenges with a safety net, life beyond may introduce newer, tougher hurdles. In those moments, remember to give yourself grace. You have the resilience to overcome. Surround yourself with people who genuinely want to see you succeed. I am one of them. I want you to win, and trust me, you will. It is my honor to present a woman who embodies persistence and a hard-working ethic that is admired by many. Please help me welcome Mrs. Erica Gutierrez Martinez, class of 2002, Tiger Legend.
Let me just take a moment and see all of you and remember this. They told me I had 2 minutes, so I am going to try to keep it short and sweet. I'm a little taller, sorry. But so much is running through my mind right now, and seeing it all through a presentation that Zoe did. Thank you so much for this great reflection. Thank you to the Martin High School Selection Committee, to LISD. Oh, my mom's crying, so I'm going to cry more. I come to you with immense gratitude and walking through these halls with so much reflection of a young girl that was so driven and so ambitious, and that never went away. I think about those that are here now, the students, my peers, those who I work along with now and truly admire. And I am just so blessed to be in a community, in a home that really wants to see us win, that knows that we're familia, that we want a better future for ourselves and our families. So to see all that come together, I was one of those students that said, I'm leaving Laredo, there's nothing to do, I'm never coming back. But as I reflected of my time at Martin, in Laredo, I knew that home was calling me, and I wanted to come back and contribute in any way that I can. Laredo has been the place that gave my family a home, that made me a first-generation Martin High School student. My sister followed after, shortly after, an amazing athlete. I met my husband here. I didn't know he was going to be my husband at the time, but he conned me into it. No, just kidding. He says that I was a smart one because I went to college. He gave a service in the military. Now my parents are entrepreneurs, business owners here, and it's our home, and we will give back any way that we can. And I just thank you for this honor today. Muchísimas gracias. The blessings are just more than I could ever imagine. Again, I think about the Erica that was walking through these halls wanting to rule the world, and it could happen in your own way. So for those students that are listening, like I said, dream big, but give yourself grace. Lead with your best intention, lead with love. Sometimes we forget about that. We're so caught up in the drive and what needs to happen in the stress. A lot of the things that we do are because of love, because of family, because it's what drives us. So never forget that. I know it's way beyond 2 minutes, so I'm gonna close. Para mi familia, como siempre lo he dicho, mis logros son sus logros, y vamos por más.
Ms. Martinez, I present to you an official certificate making you a Martin High School Tiger Legend.
Next, we have student Christopher Dillard, who will be introducing Mr. Julio Cesar Ruiz.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, former and current Tigers. Today, we gather here to celebrate an astounding individual who has left an indelible and undeniable mark on our school and community. Mr. Julio Cesar Ruiz, our esteemed inductee, has achieved remarkable success during and after being at Martin High School. My name is Christopher Dillard, captain of the Mighty Tiger football team and part of the theater arts program at the Vidal and Trevino Fine Arts Magnet. I'm honored to be able to introduce this remarkable alumni in today's ceremony. The Tiger Legend stands as a testament of honor, excellence, and perseverance. A place where we honor those who have not only achieved greatness, but have inspired it in others. Today, we are thrilled to induct a true pillar of our community, Mr. Ruiz, into this prestigious circle. Mr. Ruiz, like many of us, grew up in the west side of Laredo at the La Ladriera, going to J.C. Martin Elementary School, Christian Middle School, and as you all know, the great Martin High School. He grew up with his mother, Josefina Ruiz, his grandparents, and his cousin as a close-knit family. His mother and grandparents were very inspirational role models as he grew up, and they have been a constant presence in his life, impacting a lot of his decisions. They are his motivation to succeed in life. His mother is his world. His mom is the hardest worker he knows, and it helped him knowing she was his #1 fan. She never missed a single game and was always supporting him in whatever he wanted to do, which contributed to a lot of his success. His work ethic is also unmatched, which is why he is successful in a lot of the things he tries, but he says he learned it from his family growing up, especially his mother and grandparents. He also had quite a few mentors at school, like the coaches who prepared him for life by teaching him and his teammates how to be a better person in general through discipline, respect, and perseverance. In fact, he has stayed in contact with most of them too. He still uses their teachings to this day. During his time at Martin High School, Mr. Ruiz was in multiple extracurricular activities outside of the normal high school life. He was a star on the football team, an absolute stud. He was in powerlifting, track and field, and participated in UIL academic competition because not only was he an absolute standout at sports, he's always been quick-witted and intelligent. Most of his years in high school, he was on the football field, but acting was always something that caught his eye. After he busted his knee during powerlifting, Mr. Ruiz finally was able to pursue acting as a sheriff for his first role in the UIL one-act play. Ever since he joined one-act play at Martin, he never looked back. One-act play influenced him so heavily he pursued acting in college, searching for a career in the acting field. Coming from Laredo with no insight on how to get started was a tough obstacle for him, but that didn't deter him from overcoming these trials. His biggest role didn't come until years of acting jobs. It's very difficult when you're not in control of who gets a job. By experience, he says you just have to prepare the best you can and be ready for when your time comes. And he got his big break playing a big role in franchise movie Suicide Squad as Milton. And since then has been gaining roles in attraction to his performing abilities. All this from a small city in the best high school in Laredo. Mr. Ruiz is a massive inspiration to current students at Martin, and personally, he showed me you could get through any type of adversity if you are dedicated enough. Mr. Ruiz would like to share an inspirational quote that goes, "It takes 0% effort to give 0% talent to give 100% effort." He genuinely believes and lives his day-to-day life by this quote. He strongly believes in giving your all because that's all he grew around and knew growing up, and just trying to be successful in everything he does. Mr. Ruiz inspires me heavily. I hope you all feel the same way I do. Thank you for your time and attention, and welcome from the class of 2008, Mr. Ruiz, to the Tiger Legends.
Wow. I had a whole speech written thinking like, oh, it's going to be easy. I'm just going to read from it or maybe just say a few things. But hearing all these people speak and seeing how special today was, to be honest with you, I didn't even tell my mom to get the day off to come here. But she made it. She made it work. She made it work. My mom and grandma are here. Las quiero mucho, mamá. Las dos. Being the last speaker of this amazing honor, I will have to say that it did change a little bit when it comes to my speech, because before I continue, I want to say, Coach, you're a little modest. I don't know. I told him earlier, he was known as Lord of the Rings. I don't know if you remember those movies, but they came out during a time where he was just killing it on the soccer field. 5 district championships? And then a couple by districts, if I'm not mistaken? Yeah, no. So congratulations on that, Coach. And You know, I'm going to skip a little bit with where I was on my speech just because, you know, like he said in his presentation, which is awesome, Christopher, thank you. You know, I did grow up with my grandparents, with my mom, and they inspired me so much to be able to do whatever it is I wanted to do. But it was my coaches and my teachers here that every day, you know, for whatever reason, they believed in me. I had my head football coach, rest in peace, Coach Don Davis. He thought I was going to be the mayor of Laredo one day, all right? I'm a Tiger legend right now, but I appreciate that. But, you know, all my coaches, they, as a man, right, they taught me how to shake hands with other men, right? They wouldn't allow me to say coach. There was, yes, yes, sir, right? Because in the real world, you're not running into coaches, you're running to gentlemen, right, to ladies. And you want to be respectful at every place you're welcome to. I had to do push-ups a few times for saying yes, coach, or yeah instead of yes. But, you know, again, it prepared me, right? So I'm very grateful for them. There was a contract that we had to sign my freshman year of playing football. And in that contract, it only asked us for 3 things, all right? Be a gentleman, I will graduate, and I will care for my teammates. As a Tiger, you are all my teammates, right? Thanks to my coaches, to my teachers, and everyone around me, hopefully I'm still working at being the best gentleman that I can be, right? I graduated. The only promise that I haven't fulfilled to my mom yet is graduating college because unfortunately I dropped out my junior year to pursue this acting career. It took a while, but Mom, I think it kind of worked out. You know, I've had some success in that world, but you know, again, I'm gonna jump ship a little bit with where I was in my speech because I think it's important for everybody here to know that everybody in this class set their goals, had their inspirations, they accomplished those goals and they're still working at them and they're successful for a reason, right? My teachers here, the principals, Mr. Pro, Ms. Hovel, Ms. Segura, Carl, Fred, who, by the way, again, I'm jumping all over the place, but Fred was the one who, after I blew out my knee during a powerlifting competition, like the next week, he's like, do you want to be my one-act play? And I said, do I have to audition? He says, no, I got to play for the sheriff, a part for the sheriff. You can have it if you want. And I'm like, all right, cool. This is going to sound a little, I don't know what the word is, but you'll understand what I'm trying to say. School came easy to me. School came easy to me. Sports came easy to me. And I'm not saying that I didn't work hard, but for me, it was just second nature, right? When I got on that stage, even though I wanted to be an actor since I was 7 years old, I did not learn my lines. I completely failed. I completely bombed. Not once, not twice, 3 times. We had 2 practice runs, and then we had the UIL competition. I still didn't learn my lines, but even on that stage, feeling that kind of regret of not trying harder, it built this amazing fire inside of me because I wanted to do better. I loved it so much, that pain of not being good enough, that I wanted to be better. I joined some theater classes in college, whether it was at UTSA or Northwest Vista in San Antonio, and I was never the best at any theater production that I was in, never. But none of those kids wanted it as bad as I did to be in film and television, right? So I picked up, went to New Orleans, and I was very lucky that on my very first audition, I booked the role. I called my friends, my family, everybody. I was very excited. Yo, I want to be in this movie with amazing actors. I was cut from that film. So nobody ever saw it. Nobody ever believed me because at the beginning of my career, I was booking 1 job a year, maybe 1 job every 2-3 years. So, you know, this is going to sound like it's mean-spirited, but it's not, right? But because, you know, it's just the way you grow up here in Laredo. I had friends that was like, nah, bro, that was no actor, you know, all these things. I even had family members reach out to me at a certain part of my career. They'd be like, hey, maybe you should come back home, finish your career, build a home, build a family. I'm like, you know what, that sounds great, but as long as I can do this and not have the real responsibilities of, you know, providing for a family or things like that, I'm going to continue pursuing this. And 6 months later, after that conversation, I did book the Suicide Squad, and it changed my career, and I'm going to say my life, right? Because I was working towards something, and I was able to accomplish it. So now, you know, people see, you know, again, they see the premieres, the pictures with amazing artists. but they don't see the last 8-10 years of, struggling, sleeping. Like they do say is true. Like what they do say is true. Sleeping in the car. I used to sleep at an IHOP when I had to audition in New Orleans and take the bus back to San Antonio because I had work there, right? So it was, but for me, it's not a struggle because it's exactly what I wanted to do for my career, right? Like I never complained about it. I never thought twice about it. I tell kids whenever I have an opportunity that nothing in this life is easy, right? To be an educator, right? To do whatever it is the gentlemen do, to the lady down the road right here. It is not easy. You want to be a teacher, coach, doctor, lawyer, electrician, plumber, whatever it is you want to do, it's not easy. But so that's why I encourage students to go after what you want, because it's going to be difficult either way, right? Might as well do something you love and want to pursue. And if it doesn't work out, because it's not easy, know and feel proud of yourself because you went for it, right? I went for it. I left Laredo, not because I wanted to, but because I had to. Unfortunately, Laredo doesn't have that, theater background as far as, being able to audition for roles and movies and things like that. So I pursued it. But as any of my close friends will know, I come back to Laredo as often as I can. I do speeches at school for free because I need these kids to know that it is possible, right? I grew up on the YouTube internet not because I'm in love with the internet, no, because I couldn't afford acting classes. So I listened to other actors speak about their careers, what they did, what they endured, right? And one of my favorite speeches of all time from one of my favorite actors from my favorite movie of all time, Gladiator, Russell Crowe won the Oscar for his performance, right, as Maximus Decimus Meridius. And I'm going to screw up the speech right now because I'm all over the place, but I will say at the end of the speech, he says, if you're from the suburbs of where he's from, you're from the suburbs of Laredo, right, where, you're from La Ladri, Rancho Viejo, Los Amores, whatever, Cuatro, whatever it is, it's possible, right? Whatever you want to do, whatever you want to be in life, it's possible. And last but not least, it is a Tiger family, and it is important to know that because from this role, I probably only know Coach, right? He was my coach. He would tell me every time when we were messing around, say, hey, he would flip his ear. He's like, it's time to turn it on, time to switch, right? But I'm pretty sure that if I reach out to any of them right now, for whatever it is, they will help out. Mr. Mireles, to my teachers back there, I know that I have been able to reach out in the past, and that's the reason I'm standing here today, because it is about family, right? One last example, Miss Amanda right there. Her family also has a tremendous history here at Martin High School. We just hung out at a UT game in November because her uncles went to school with my uncles. Coach Housel was my uncle's coaches from way back then, and he also was my coach, right? So it takes a village, like you said. And I just want to touch on my family back there, my mom and grandma. My grandfather passed away last January, and he was so proud of me. And I'm going to say this right now, I was his favorite, all right? I was his favorite. I'm the second oldest, but I was his favorite. And he was just so proud of me. Whenever teachers, coaches would talk about me, he just lit up. I hate talking about myself. That's why I'm not talking about the movies, things like that. But I will share this story with you. I went to the wrestling event a couple years ago when John Cena came out of retirement to talk, right? I did a movie with him. So this is the only time I ever did those Hollywood things, ask for favors and stuff like that. And on the way out of the arena, the whole left side of the arena saw me and they started chanting my character's name in the Suicide Squad. I did not know this. My grandpa heard it, of course, and we talked about it, but I did not know this. As soon as we got home, I left with my friends, and I get a story from my mom and grandma is that he got there with his chest held high. It's like they were chanting his name. They were screaming his name. So for me, it's about family. I would not be standing here without them, their sacrifices. And I know this went beyond the time limit we had, guys, but I needed you to know how proud I am to be a Tiger, to be from Laredo. And please, support your kids in whatever they want to do because it is possible. So thank you. Thank you.
Mr. Ruiz, I present to you a certificate on behalf of Martin High School, making you officially a Tiger Legend. I want to thank everybody for joining us today. I know we're going to have some time. We're going to turn on the lights. Thank you very much. Tiger Legends, thank you for coming back and sharing your story. Thank you for all your contributions to our community. I am very proud that we share this moment together, and forever you will resonate in the halls of Martin High School. Before we conclude, I just want to know if you'll give us some time, we want to take a group picture with all the Tiger Legends, and we are going to officially present them a plaque with their nomination that will hang on the walls in our library and forever being Tiger Legends. Congratulations, class of 2024.